We are so excited to have you with us. It's 8:33. We're going to go ahead and get started. So if you're not speaking right now, it's probably best to put yourself on mute. So that would be great. So if everyone just wants to put themselves on mute. So we are so excited to be here, and welcome back for our Perris and Menifee Chambers of Commerce Student of the Month program. This is going to be the Student of the Month you will always remember, right? Because everybody is in a Hollywood Square. All right. So we're so happy to see you all. And we are starting our 22nd year in Perris and Menifee. And so that is really something to say hallelujah about. So we'd like to begin with prayer. And Cameron Stevens, are you with us from Student Venture Club this morning?
I am.
All right, Cameron, hello. Good to see you.
Hi,
Everyone,
Sally.
this is Cameron. He is with Student Venture Club. They are part of the Campus Crusades for Christ program. They put together programs on our middle school and our high school campuses. And it's a volunteer program. It's a fabulous ministry. So Cameron, if you could open us up in prayer, we'd appreciate it.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Let's pray. Father, we come before you this morning, and despite the circumstances of our world right now, Lord God, we're still grateful that we have this opportunity to gather in this way, that this outlet exists, Father, so that we could come together as schools and as community to honor and celebrate these students and what they've been able to do even thus far in the school year. Lord, my heart right now is to pray for these students, all the students and the teachers, the administrators, the staff, Lord, as they navigate this year, this unprecedented year, to go through school in such a way. Lord, we didn't think it was going to last this long, but Father, your grace is sufficient, and you're getting us through, and we are so thankful. Thank you for Sally and her willingness to continue this program that we can be a part of. But Father, I pray that you would just bless each and every student, Lord, as they continue to go about their school year and continue to pursue the things that you've given them to do. Bless them and honor them. Be with us this morning, Jesus. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Cameron. We appreciate that.
You're
We'd
welcome.
like for Mayor Bill Zimmerman with the City of Menifee. He's going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So, Mr. Bill.
Well, thank you, Sally. It's always a pleasure. It's always a blessing to be able to salute the flag of this great nation. So if you'd all please join me. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all.
Thank you so much for that. As I'm moving back from a standing to a sitting position here. As I shared with you before, we are celebrating 22 years. Our program, however, is actually celebrating 29 years. We began in the 92-93 school year in Temecula. And then I think we just need to make sure everyone has their devices on mute. That would be great. And what's great about our program is that, let's see, we have a little bit of feedback. Does everybody want to check their devices, make sure that, let's see. And David, we do have you signed in twice. I see you up there. You're popular. You're in here 2 times. Let's see. Who's our techie guy that can help us with that?
Whoever the meeting originator is can mute anybody in the meeting. So whoever created the Zoom meeting can hover over them and mute the participants. So I'm not the originator, so I don't have that ability.
Okay, I think Sarah can take care of that. Thank you, Sarah. So we did start 29 years ago. We started in Temecula, then we moved up to Murrieta, Lake Elsinore, and then to Perris, Menifee. So we actually have 4 of these programs. We're a nonprofit organization, and we have a mission statement, and that mission statement is how your students, your sons and daughters, were selected for Student of the Month, and I want to share that with you. So we are a local high school recognition program that honors outstanding high school, college-bound seniors for their character, their love of learning, how they have juggled numerous activities, from campus activities to community service to athletics, or how they have persevered through challenging life circumstances, all in a setting that honors God, our country, community, family, and free enterprise. And I don't know where you can go and get it all in one room in all these Hollywood square tiles, but we do. And so that's what makes our program so great, because our students aren't just selected because they have great grades, which we know they have. They have outstanding community service hours, but really they're honored for who they are as a person, their character, how they love to learn, how they've made a difference, how they've made an impact, how they've shared their passions with others, and how they've really made a difference at a time when it's been important to make a difference. And so we are very excited to honor all of our students today. And I'd like to just quickly introduce them to you. We'll hear from them in just a little bit, but when I call on your name, I want you to give a big wave so everybody knows who you are. So Paloma Valley High School, our principal is Jennifer Thomason. So Jennifer, let's give a big wave. And the student is Danielle Aris Torres Andal. So Danielle, hello, it's good to see you. Perris High School, our principal Juan Santos. Mr. Juan, thank you very much. And our student is Valeria Susana Castillo Ortiz. Yay, there you are. All right. And California Military Institute, our principal, Dr. I. Nicholas Milo Salvajic. There you are. Good to see you. And our student, Guadalupe Bedoya. Miss Guadalupe, I know you were on early, so welcome. And our teacher, David Silby. And Heritage High School, our principal, Mark Harrell. Yay, it's good to see you. And our student, Riley Tiger McLean. So thank you all, and all the families, everybody give a big wave, because we're so excited to have all you with us. Thank you so much. I'd like to introduce our Chamber of Commerce representatives. And so tell me who is here today from the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, and just share a few words if you could, please.
Sure. Hey, Sally, it's great to be here. I'm Kirk Skorpanich, Assistant Superintendent with Perris Union High School District, representing the Menifee Valley Chamber. And also we have another board of directors here, Amanda Fine with the Eastern Municipal Water District is also here.
Excellent. Hi, Amanda. That is awesome. And so with Perris Valley Chamber of Commerce, we'd like to say a few words.
Good morning, Sally. Hopefully there's not too much background noise. I apologize. My name is Ignacio Valdivia. I am the president of the Perris Valley Chamber of Commerce. And every year we're honored to be part of this amazing program that Sally, you put together from the beginning. So we're really proud of all these students, and we really wish them a great, successful year. So thank you.
Thank you, Ignacio. We love having you part of our program too. You just do so much for us in many of our programs. So thank you, thank you. I'd like to introduce our chairs. We have Sarah Rico and Anna Fetzner with the Perris Union High School District. So ladies, give yourselves a big hi so everybody can see you. These ladies are outstanding. They do everything. Let me tell you, when I say everything, I literally mean everything. I just open up my computer and voila, it's all been done. So these ladies are fabulous. They've been doing it for years, and they just give so much, they bring so much joy to our program. And so Grant, I just want to thank you and your board and everyone in the Perris Union High School District. I just want to thank you for all your generosity and thoughtfulness to our program. Thank you. Our scholarship program is actually administrated by a friend of mine. Her name is Jerry Selway with Pacific Western Bank in Temecula. And the one person that's very important to also introduce is Grant Bennett, our superintendent. And not just because he's our superintendent and a fabulous one at that, but when I'm unable to attend a program, he is our MC and an absolutely outstanding one. So Grant, thank you very much. We appreciate you as well.
Thank you, Sally.
I'd like to introduce our sponsors, and some of them are here and a few of them were unable to be with us. And I know quite a few of you that are on, and some of you I may not have caught, so I'm going to share everyone that's here. And if you can, just pop in and just say hi so you can pop up on the screen and we can see you. From Altura Credit Union, one of our breakfast sponsors, we have Karina Koletsky and Joshua Smith.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Oh, great. Thank you.
How you doing? Happy to be here.
Good. Mayor Bill Zimmerman with the City of Menifee.
Good morning, everybody.
Thank you. From the City of Perris, do we have anyone represented today? I don't see them. County Supervisor Jeff Hewitt's office, Amber Smalley.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Hey, Amber, it's good.
Hi.
And of course, Ignacio Valdivia from CRNR. So Ignacio, thank you again. I know you're driving, so want to make sure you keep your hands on the wheel. And Eastern Municipal Water District, Amanda Fine.
Good morning.
Hey, Amanda, good to see you. Thank you. Appreciate that. And our friends from Loma Linda University Health in Murrieta and Newport Pacific Land Company, LLC. Do we have anyone with us today?
Good morning, everybody. Michael Schlesinger here. Great to see everybody.
Hey, good to see you. Thank you very much. Perris Union High School District, we've got a great group. Our Superintendent, Grant Bennett, Anna Fetzner, Sarah Rico, Candace Rains, Dr. Charles Newman, Joe Williams, and Kirk Korspanich. Anyone else that I may have missed?
I think that's everybody.
All right. Riverside County Office of Education, do we have representative? Well, we know that Dr. Judy White, she's amazing, so we appreciate her. The Rotary Club of Perris, Mike Behrens and Norman Towle. So, Mr. Mike.
Good morning, and let's not Juan Santos, who is our president.
Hey, Juan, very good. I didn't know you're in Rotary. That's an awesome organization. And Bill Kramer from Star Milling.
Hi, good morning. Good to
Hey,
see you, Sally. Good to see everyone.
Yes, it's awesome to see you. Thank you so much. I'd now like to introduce our scholarship donors, and some of them are with us. We have Eastern Municipal Water District, Amanda Fine. So Miss Amanda, thank you again.
Sure, and Sally, I'd also like to take a moment to recognize our board president, Ron Sullivan, who's on, and also Alma Ramirez, who's a public affairs officer.
Well, great. Have them say hi real quick so they can pop up and everyone can see them. Mr. Ron. And as Alma. So thank you all very much. We appreciate that. We have Fred Good and Associates and Dennis Murray with Code 4 Educational Consulting. And of course, Mike and Angel Barron. So Mr. Mike, you wear a lot of hats in our program. John and Linda Denver. Not sure if they're with us this morning. The Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce. So we have Mr. Kurt Korspanich. Thank you very much. And Mount Senior Central College. Do we have any representatives from our awesome college? Don't see them this morning. PUMA, Perris Union Management Association. All right, Joseph, thank you. And Riverside County Superintendent of Schools is also one of our sponsors. The Rotary Club of Menifee. Let's see who our Menifee Rotarians are.
Bill Zimmerman and Joe Williams from Menifee Rotary. Sorry if I missed somebody else who's in here.
Awesome, thank you so much. Rotary Club of Perris, I know we've got Mike, and who else did we have from Rotary? From Perris, Grant, okay, awesome. And Bill Kramer, Star Milling, thank you so much. We appreciate you all. Our Student of the Year gift sponsors are Costco and Lake Elsinore and CRNR with Ignacio Valdivia. So we appreciate them very, very much. And now I'd like to introduce our dignitary representatives. And some of them may join us, and there are a couple that are not here, but from the City of Perris, I didn't see anyone yet. So if they are here, they can pop on and let us know. But we would love to hear from Mayor Bill Zimmerman, City of Menifee.
Well, good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to just share a couple of words. I wanted to just tell all of our students how proud of you that we are. you know, here in Menifee, your lives are so important and your whole lives are ahead of you. I think about technology and all of the endless opportunities. So we want to encourage you to stay diligent in your studies, keep working hard, and pursue your educational goals. So far, you're on the right track. Obviously, today you're being recognized for doing great efforts in your high school, and we want to encourage you to do that in college as well, as you prepare for your career and the path that you choose for your life. So here in Menifee, I'm just going to say on behalf of my colleagues on the City Council, we want to thank each one of you for doing such a great job in your school efforts. We've put together a certificate for you and also a little goodie bag to help you remember this great day where you're being honored and you're being thanked for doing such a great job. So congratulations to each one of our students, Danielle, Valeria, Guadalupe, and Riley. We're very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor Zimmerman. We appreciate you very, very much. Is Cesar Gomez with us from Assemblyman Jose Medina's office? I don't see him, but I know we have Heather Perry from Senator Mike Morell's office.
Sorry, I needed to unmute myself. Hi, good morning. I'm so happy to be back. It's been, what, almost 2 years? Maybe a year and a half, but real happy to be back. It's such a great program in an area that I absolutely love. Congratulations to all the students. And really quick, because I looked up something and I thought it was fitting for 2 reasons. For one, what this program is all about, and then for the time that it's in, and that sometimes bad things happen in our lives that put us directly on the path to the best things that will ever happen to us. So I truly believe that. I think that's, again, what this program is all about, is taking adversity that's happened in our lives and making the best out of it and recognizing the people who do that, the students that do that. So, and then in these times, there's a reason for everything and we don't know what it is, but it's revealed to us in time. So just want to say that really quick. Good morning all, and again, happy to be here.
Thank you, Heather. It is always so nice to see you. Thank you. Senator Richard Roth's office. Do we have Karina Tamayo with us this morning? How about Ignacio Romero with U.S. Congressman Mark Takano's office? Amber Smalley with Riverside County Supervisor Jeff Hewitt's office.
Yes, hi, good morning. Well, on behalf of Riverside County Supervisor Jeff Hewitt, we would like to congratulate you all on receiving the Student of the Month Award. He is extremely proud of you all. And although our current state of the world is very different, you guys continue to strive through adversity and lead by example to all of your peers around you. So thank you guys so much, and we will be sending certificates your way. Thank you.
Thank you, Amber. It's so good to see you.
Good to see you guys too.
Thank you. Our final dignitary that will be speaking will be our Superintendent Grant Bennett of the Perris Union High School District.
Thank you, Sally. On behalf of the Board of Trustees for the Perris Union High School District, I want to congratulate all the students for doing this great work through these trying times that nobody signed up for this. When you signed up for school as a kindergartner, no one expected to be your senior year starting out online. But these kids have risen to the top just like they would if they were in a regular classroom. And we're very proud of what they're doing, and we're excited about their future. We just want to thank you, Sally, for continuing this great program for both Menifee and in the Perris Valley. So thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate you. And I know you thanked me, Grant, but I have to tell you, it's really all of our sponsors and your team at Perris Union High School District that makes this possible. And just to know that we have these incredible sponsors and these families and students that show that it really, really is special to have you all honored and recognized and know how you make a difference. So we appreciate that. We're going to get right into our presentation of our students, and the way that we're going to work is all of you should have received a program. Let's see if you can even see it, that Sarah sent out. And what it is it gives us all of our sponsors. It tells everybody kind of what the program is all about, but it also lists on the front cover what our order is. So we're going to begin with Paloma Valley High School. We will end with Heritage High School, and we're going to do the presentations really just like we do when we were at Sizzler. So the first principal, then we'll introduce the second principal, and we'll get down to Heritage High School, the concluding school, and Mr. Mark Harrell will then reintroduce me. So let's begin. Want to let you know a little bit about what the guidelines are. We have just approximately 6 minutes per student, and the principal will have 1 minute. The student will have about 2.5 minutes, and our teacher will have 1 minute, and the family member will have 1 minute. And so during that time, student, in your 2.5 minutes, you're going to introduce your family, your guests, introduce your mentor teacher, share a little bit about your college and career goals, and a little bit about your current life on campus. And then we want you to share about one or more of the following questions. What do you believe is your greatest contribution to your community, school, or family? Or what do you think is the most significant life lesson that you have learned and that you will take with you to college? Or how do you plan on giving back to our community or paying it forward? Or the final question, sharing a personal story that demonstrates an obstacle that you have overcome. And so because we are on a timeline, we want to stick right to that amount of time. So no longer than 6 minutes. And Sarah, if you can kind of keep us on our timeline, that would be awesome. So let's begin with Paloma Valley High School and Jennifer Thomason.
Hello, good morning, everyone. It's good to see all of you again virtually. It is my honor and privilege to introduce Miss Danielle Andel. Danielle is an outstanding all-around student. Academically, she's practically perfect. She has a cumulative GPA of 4.344. She's taken 16 different dual enrollment, honors, and AP courses. She's currently taking 7 classes, which I don't know anyone who's ever taken 7 classes online at once in college, but Danielle's taking 7 AP dual enrollment and honors courses right now, and is just flourishing, and she's an amazing student. She serves on our school site council as our student rep, and to me what really stands out about Danielle is the way she speaks up and becomes a voice and an advocate for every student. She holds me accountable as a principal when we're working on school site council to say, how are these decisions impacting and supporting the students who need it most? And so it is my honor to introduce Miss Danielle.
Hello, everyone. My name is Danielle Dahl. I'm accompanied today by my parents, my 2 biggest supporters, Andrew and Nancy, as well as my guest teacher, Mrs. Jennifer Reese. I'm honored to be here today as the first student of the month this school year at Paloma Valley High School. It's been a goal of mine since my freshman year, when my mother was driving me to school one morning and noticed the sign in front of Paloma listing the student of the month. She immediately confronted me, asking why my name was not the one being promoted. I explained that it was only for seniors, but she still accused me of providing her with excuses. So for me to be here today was clearly not only a goal of mine, but of my mother's as well. I could sit here and say that getting to this point was easy, but in reality, lots of blood, sweat, and tears were involved to get me here. I wouldn't have made it this far without the people who supported me every step of the way. As supportive as an Asian household could possibly be, I still constantly felt the pressure to be the perfect student and daughter for my family. Luckily for me, I have the most amazing friends who push me to do my best while providing me with the utmost support I could ask for. Even when I feel discouraged, I always know I can count on my friends to remind me of my worth, in particular, the 2 I brought with me today. Growing up, I always wondered why the expectations for me were so high, yet for my brother, dare I say, so low. I've never strived for anything lower than an A. I've had perfect attendance since the 2nd grade, and I try to be involved not only within my school, but within my community as well. Yet regardless of how much effort I put into being the best individual I can be, there were often days where I felt that my hard work was going unnoticed by the people I tried so hard to please. It took some thought to decide which obstacle to highlight, but I wanted to discuss the car accident I experienced last year. I was on the way home from dance practice when the car across from me ran a red light and struck me. I was in shock, my airbag deployed, and my car was smoking. The car that hit me flipped over and was across the street. Nobody came to help me or even bat an eye in my direction. The ambulance arrived as I was trying to contact my mother. Unfortunately, the lack of cell service prevented me from doing so. The person I was able to contact at this moment was Andrew, and he quickly made his way over to be my support until I could get a hold of my mom. Once my mom arrived, I went to the hospital for general checks. With an injured knee, sprained finger, and concussion, I was advised not to go to school the next day. For the first time in years, my mother gave me the option to be absent from school. It was shocking to say the least, but the decision I made was to attend school. I went 9 years without missing a day, and I didn't want to start now. The following month or so was strenuous. I had no car and I had to ask my friends and family for rides. Writing notes for school suddenly became a hassle due to my sprained finger. I couldn't hear out of my right ear for a week following my accident. Even though I was at my lowest and hated relying on others, I persevered not only in school but in dance as well. I had a dance competition 2 weeks following my accident and nothing was going to stop me from performing with my team. Through this difficult time in my life, having friends such as Andrew and Nancy helped me realize how fortunate I am to be surrounded by the most kind-hearted and selfless people. Moving forward, my goals for the future include studying marine biology at Stanford University. Fingers crossed I get in. I want to do good for my community and make people smile. I'd like to thank the sponsors who allowed the ceremony to happen, as well as the people who have joined me today to celebrate this special moment. Once again, I am grateful to be presented with such a meaningful award, let alone the first of the year. I hope you all have an amazing day and stay safe.
Miss Joy Reese, are you on here to speak about Miss Danielle?
I am here. Hello, Danielle. Hello, everyone. I am the ASL teacher at Paloma Valley High School, and I had the pleasure of teaching Danielle, or Danny, as she went by in my class, for 2 years. She had an amazing energy when she walked into class. As a teacher, the first names you learn are always the troublemakers and the positive influencers. She was definitely the second one. From day one, she was excited to learn, and she was ready to start using the language. She was so motivated, she would constantly ask me for extra words to learn and use in her presentations. She would encourage the students around her and get them to participate as well. My class is all about communication, and you would think that would be easy for teenagers, right? Nope, they would just sit and stare at me, but she would help them. She was a leader in the class. She was the student I would have to say, I know you know the answer, but I'm going to call on somebody else right now. When she was part of a group, I knew they would be learning and that they would be helping each other. Her group was always motivated and had a lot of fun. Her work ethic was excellent, and she takes pride in what she does. She's polite, respectful, and caring in everything that she does. I was motivated by her energy, and her positive attitude kept me going in class too. Danny, you've told me that my classroom felt like a safe place for you, and that was because of you too. You helped make my classroom fun and a safe place to be. You've sent me a couple emails just to keep in touch, and I hope you continue to do that. I wish you all the best for the future, and I know you're going to make a difference in this world.
Excellent. Next up, parent, mom was going to speak, I think, right, Danny? Yeah.
Okay, hi, good morning. My name is Eleanor Torres, and I am the mother of Danny, Perris, and Dal. I am so proud and honored for my daughter's award. With all humility, my Danielle is very responsible, hardworking, helpful, disciplined, and most of all, very intelligent. I can see a bright future for her. She is very involved in so many extracurricular activities. Key club president, treasurer of drum club, youth leaders of Menipee, girls captain of FTGT, a dance group, and a lot more, while maintaining excellence in her APs, honor, and college classes. She has never missed a single day of school since first year, as well as during her younger grades too. I remember when she got into a car accident, Not her fault, though. It was the other party who ran a red light. There were lots of policemen and 3 ambulances at the scene because the other car had flipped over. Thank God nobody died or was injured during the accident. I took my daughter to the emergency and she was advised by the doctor to take a rest and that she would be okay. It was around 12 a.m. The next day, she still went to school even though her Tom and me were injured and she'd had only a few hours of sleep. I was opposed to it, but she insisted because she didn't want to be absent and she knew that she was okay. Now, that's what I call discipline, and she's got a whole lot of that. Lastly, I just want to warn the bullies not to mess with her because she's a black belt in Taekwondo. Okay, thank you all for the Student of the Month award. Thank you, Lord, for this blessing. I love you, baby. Congratulations to my favorite girl in the whole wide world. May God bless you. May God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Torres. And Danny, congratulations. You exemplify what it means to be a Wildcat. We're all so proud of you. Next up, my colleague from Perris High, Mr. Juan Santos.
Forgot to unmute myself. Thank you, everybody, for being here this morning and for honoring our students. It's always nice to know that even in these times when we can't meet in person, we're still doing whatever we can to honor all of our amazing kids from our district. So thank you all for joining us today. I have the distinct pleasure of introducing to you Valeria Castillo, who is one of our amazing Panthers here at Perris High School. Some of the words that come to mind when describing Valeria are honesty, humility, and kindness. She has a 3.4 grade point average, taking rigorous courses here at Perris High School. But beyond that, I have never met a student that was so oriented to giving back to her school and her community. She does so many different things that it's amazing just to kind of see her. Sometimes she's at more events sometimes than I am. She's at the school board meetings, representing and giving her updates. I've seen her at football games on Fridays when she went onto away games with our football team as one of the football managers. I know I've seen her at soccer games as well. She does so much for our school and her involvement in our school. She really, truly loves Perris High School. To the extent that last year we were able to get an exception for some of our students that were for our graduating class that was going to be participating in our drive-through graduation, and she was one of the very few who was able to come and help and set up for our graduation and honor the senior students that were graduating, even though well, she had a lot of friends that were participating, but also she was crucial with another set of students to be able to help out in that process. So thank you, Valeria, for that. With that, I would like to introduce Valeria Castillo, who is with her sister, Esmeralda, who is also a Perris High School graduate.
Thank you, Mr. Santos. Hello, good morning. I am Valeria Castillo, a student at Perris High. Before I begin, I want to thank all the sponsors, district staff, and teachers for supporting the Student of the Month program. Today with me, I have my older sister, Esmeralda Castillo, Mr. Rodriguez, my incredible ASB teacher, who we call Rod. And I wanted to say that my parents couldn't make it today due to the fact that they're working. An obstacle that I have overcome the past 2 years was my phase of depression. I did not know that I was depressed myself. However, maybe it was because I did not want to admit that I was, only because I was always happy and positive with life, school, and my family. But one day in second semester of sophomore year, it took a toll on me and I became unmotivated, and I had zero encouragement whatsoever. Sorry. It's not because I didn't believe that I didn't have loving and caring people around me, but till this day I do not know what happened to me. And I gave up on myself and my education. I do not think anyone realized that I was in this because I was pretty good at hiding it. I am honored to receive this award, and I want to dedicate it to my parents because I feel that that was the only way I can give back to them for losing. Sorry for losing all those, for dropping in my education and my grades. As to my future, my top schools that I would hope to attend are between Chico State and UC Santa Barbara. My major will be criminology because I want to give back to my community in some shape or form and by becoming a social worker. And now I'll let it to either Rod or my sister, depending on who's next.
Go with Mr. Rodriguez.
Okay.
So I've had the pleasure of coming to these a couple of times, and what I think is one of the most truly amazing things about Student of the Month is, the grades are there, but it's the character component. I think the character component is something which we can foster and help bring out. And when the student has that character component built into them, like I've seen so many of Valedia's, no exception to that, and so many of the other Student of the Month, it's amazing to see. And I think one of the neatest things that I have a prepared speech to make use of time, but I realized one of the ways that we can prove that she has character, I think, is that her classmates saw the character in Valedia, and she was also voted our senior class president. So congrats to Valedia, who is also our senior class president. Okay, so my minute. Valedia has a character that is built on a solid foundation of honesty, humility, and kindness. Her love of academics has her challenging herself with some of our most rigorous classes. Selfless, she donates her time by using her public speaking skills to report to the school board about all the various clubs, sports, and activities going on at Perris. Her goal, to make sure everyone who is in attendance knows what Panther Pride and her beloved community and her school Perris is all about. While most of her peers were sleeping, she came out early and stayed late on a hot June day to help with graduation for the class of 2020 seniors that had their traditional ceremony taken away from them by COVID, making sure all the seniors had the best possible experience during a very unprecedented time in her life. But that is no surprise because she is constantly thinking of others. Of her school spirit, no one has more. She has so much love for her school. She actually wore the Panther mascot to an away game at Orange Vista. Now that's no feat, because I'm telling you, that is some hostile territory. We wanted to. As if that was not enough, she mentors the younger students with the many life lessons she has already experienced. Nothing has been handed to her. She has earned everything she has. This year, she filmed a student video for her peers for our Panther Camp. She covered the letter R in Pride. R stands for relationships. Her example for what students should do for relationships is to talk to their teachers. Her first example and her first thought for relationships was talking to us. I mean, come on, that is so amazing. I mean, she is the perfect example of what a Perris High Panther is about, what a Student of the Month is about, by not only her academics, but for me, more importantly, her character. And to Valedia, I just want to say thank you for being my student. Thank you to your family for letting you be with me these past 4 years. And no matter what goes on in life, you're going to succeed. Congratulations.
All right.
Hello, everyone. I'm Valedia's older sister, Esmeralda. I first want to thank Rod for nominating her, and I want to thank Mr. Santos for all that he's done for Perris High and his students. So one thing that I've noticed about Valedia while growing up is that when she has a certain goal in mind, There's literally nothing that can stop her. And one of my favorite examples that I can give you is when she was 5 years old in kindergarten. I had gotten Student of the Month, and she started crying because she didn't get an award. When my dad had asked her what was wrong, and she had explained her feelings to him, he told her that all she had to do was be a good student and work hard. Her response was, "Oh, that's easy, I can do that." And the next thing you know, she gets awarded Student of the Month on the next school assembly. Another thing that I've noticed about her is that even though she's an extrovert and outgoing, she's not a follower. She likes to do everything her own way, and oftentimes she ends up doing things better than everybody else. So with that being said, I can't wait to see what other things she's going to do, and I'm extremely proud of her. And I go to school in LA, so she doesn't know this, but when I want to give up on school, I constantly think of her, and then that kind of just motivates me to do better. I'm really grateful that I have a sister to look up to, even though she's supposed to look up to me. Sadly, even with our height difference, I still have to look up to her. So thank you everyone for their time, and I hope that everyone stays safe during this time.
Thank you, Valeria. Thank you, everyone from Paris. Next, I'd like to introduce Dr. Nicholas Miloslavovich from California Military Institute.
Thank you so much, Mr. Santos. And I just want to quickly thank Sally. I want to thank Perris Union High School District, Superintendent Bennett, all the dignitaries, teachers, students for making this event a reality in the world that seems to be bathed with negativity. Here is this event that serves as a beacon of light and positivity in our community and highlights our amazing teachers. So just want to say how grateful I am to be part of this. Truly is humbling to hear the stories. Thank you, my colleague principals. It gives me great pleasure and pride to introduce our Student of the Month at CMI, Captain Guadalupe Bedoya. I also want to extend a warm welcome to her family and guest teacher, Captain Sibley, who will be speaking shortly. What can I say about Captain Bedoya? She has been the foundation for this academic leadership institution here at CMI. She always has a genuine consideration for others, and especially younger cadets. She's always shown an eagerness to sacrifice personal interests of glory for the welfare of others. She's one of the most determined and persistent cadets in the 9th Brigade. Under her leadership, the brigade has improved in so many ways. When I came here 3 years ago, I asked, what can we improve? How can we go from good to excellent? She's one of the most determined people that I've seen helped us to accomplish that mission. Under her leadership, the brigade has improved in so many ways, such as increased the number of promoted cadets, where we have the highest number of promotions that we've ever had at CMI. The number of honor roll students has increased to in large degree to her efforts to encourage and motivate those around her. We've also been able to increase the quality of the leadership program and the leadership organization itself. She's helped to create more motivated and disciplined military leadership team. But here's what I really appreciate about her. Her goal is to become an officer in the United States Army. And she's planning to graduate and major in education. But one of the things that we value here in this particular event is giving back to the community. And Captain Bedoya is wanting to come back and work as an educator in our community. And so I'm really, really proud of her. And so I can talk on and on. She's hardworking, trustworthy. She's truly a servant leader. And you know what? Quite honestly, I would not be surprised if she ends up being president of the United States at some point. She has that type of a command. So without further ado, allow me to introduce our Student of the Month at CMI, Captain Guadalupe Bedoya. Guadalupe, we cannot hear you. And it looks like you don't have a mute on either, so I'm a little bit puzzled.
Mr. Miles, can you hear me now? Or no?
We can hear you a little bit, but it's not very clear.
Can you guys hear me better now, or is it still kind of
Yeah, it's
fuzzy?
better. That's better. Yeah, you got it.
That's better? Oh,
You
okay,
got
I'm
it.
sorry. I didn't realize my microphone didn't work. I'm sorry. Okay, so good morning, everyone. My name is Guadalupe Bedoya, and what I was trying to say before I realized that I was muted is that my dad is here with me. His name is Antonio Bedoya. And I was telling him that I was going to go up next, and he told me that he's really proud of me and that he's just a little bit shy. So I just wanted to put that out there. And what I was trying to tell you guys as well was that I'm very grateful to be awarded the Student of the Month recognition, and that I'm here being able to represent CMI, because CMI has been a very important aspect of my life. I have been attending CMI since the 7th grade, and let me tell you, I have grown so much since my time there. I will always be thankful to my parents for enrolling me, as well as the awesome CMI staff and students. I've really been able to grow out of my shell. I used to be very shy and I didn't really want to talk much. And if you know me even a little bit, you know that's just changed too much. I like talking too much. That has changed because I got very involved with the drill team and I continue to seek leadership opportunities. I was always encouraged by my family and have the support since the beginning. Through my experiences at CMI, I have been able to create myself and find my passion. My greatest contribution to my school has been my dedication and leadership. I have done many events, courses, and competitions. Every time I gave my time, effort, and shared my knowledge. I also received support and the environment to gain new skills. I have been able to accomplish many things I could have never thought possible. Every drill team practice, color competition have been incredible events. The weeks of planning events such as NCOA, OCS, entrance camp, and understanding how to teach and help others, as well as receive help. The importance of teamwork is essential. All of the victories and recognitions won by our unit and individually. Understanding that it is okay to fall as long as you get back up, to fail but to never stop trying until I get it right. Each applause, speech, and handshake make every effort feel appreciated, and it is one of the best feelings, understanding the people you are working with and how to communicate with them. Every certificate, trophy, every sweat and teardrop has helped me continue my passion, and it is only the beginning. I know the most significant life lesson I will take to college is to always strive for excellence, as Captain Sibley would say. And to do so, discipline is the key to achieve it. I plan to attend Cal State San Bernardino. I will be applying to the ROTC program, and I will become a United States Army officer. I also plan to major in education, and I hope to teach ROTC to give back and help the growth of many others. I want to thank everyone that is here today. I want to thank everybody for being so kind, and I wanted to congratulate every other student of the month, because what I heard so far, and I can't wait to hear Riley. I know that all of them very much deserve to be the first student of the month for their school as well. I want to thank all the sponsors and, of course, my principal, Mr. Milos, and most importantly, Captain Sibley. Thank you, sir. You're the reason why I found passion. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Guadalupe. Captain Sibley, your turn, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning. My name is Captain David Sibley. I'm the military science instructor here at California Military Institute. And like Guadalupe says, I've already talked to her about the quest for excellence gives honor to a person. She has served as the Brigade XO and the Brigade Sergeant Major. The word that comes to mind when I think about Captain Bedoya is the word consummate professional. She's a leader that serves with the expectation of receiving nothing back in return. We have this term in the Marine Corps, we call it ductus exemplo, leadership by example. A leader that knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way. Captain Bedoya is very unselfish. As a leader, well, we say a leader eats last. Whenever we go to summer camps or any kind of camp, her being a leader, she's always the one that eats last. And also, if we go on a bivouac or any field event, if it's cold or raining, she's the kind of person that would take her gear off to give it to that person that needs the stuff. That's the kind of unselfishness that she has. Also, Dr. King used to say, we all can be great because we all can serve. Guadalupe, the list is but endless of the community service that she's done, from the parades, the drill competition, the summer camp, MHD, Memorial Honor Detail, color guards, whether it be football, basketball, or even the Clippers, and even the Padres basketball game and softball game, the baseball games. But when I was writing this thing down, I was just listing down all the accomplishments that she's had. And I got to 13 and I kind of stopped. It's like, wow, she's done a lot. 13 things and I'm still going. But Guadalupe is the consummate professional. You know, when it comes to drill, when it comes to the uniform, when it comes to just the school, she's the kind of person I can, like sometimes when you're doing color guard, sometimes you're missing people. You got to be here early in the morning sometime. I knew if it's at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, if I needed someone, Guadalupe would get up, put a uniform on, and serve that detail. But it's an honor to be here on your behalf, Captain Guadalupe. Thanks for being the consummate professional. Go Rough Rider.
Thank you, Captain Sibley. It gives me great honor and privilege to introduce my colleague, Mr. Mark Harrell, Principal of Heritage High School, who will introduce their Student of the Month.
Well, good morning, everyone. And I'm fortunate to follow a fellow Marine. Semper Fidelis there, Captain Sibley. Today is an outstanding day, and we're here for Riley McLean. So Riley McLean, in a relatively short period of time, has exhibited outstanding teamwork, reliability, and confidence. These attributes are often applied in sports, and Riley is a student athlete excelling in basketball and golf. However, today we're speaking of his leadership in the classroom as well. Riley was nominated by his English teacher, Mrs. Lane, who was unable to attend this morning. Mrs. Lane shared an experience many teachers throughout the country have recently encountered: a classroom of students and a teacher discovering the complexities of virtual learning. You can imagine the apprehension felt by the students and teacher alike. Ms. Lane shares, Riley is her student in her English 12 advanced class. This outgoing legacy student athlete really stood out in a class of high achievers. He is enthusiastic and optimistic about distance learning. He set amazing goals for himself, which he has shared with his classmates via a Canvas video discussion. In the video, Riley encouraged other classmates. On one particular day, he shared his own screen to help us all understand how to complete and turn in the video discussion assignment. He always takes the initiative and finds a way to collaborate with his classmate. And Riley is definitely a 21st century learner for sure. Riley is joined today by his parents, and his brother is nearby in class. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present Riley McLean.
Good morning to everyone. I would like to introduce my mother, Leanne McLean, and I would like to introduce my father, Ronald McLean. And I would like to thank everyone here on the board, and I would like to thank everyone from my school who made this possible, President Harrell. And I would also just like to thank God for everything that he's done. Because God he guided me through this step to follow success. And I've also got to see and analyze my parents on how to live a successful life. And the school that I would like to attend for college is I would like to go to UCSB, UC Santa Barbara, or I would like to go to Grand Canyon University. And I would like to get a major and a BA in communication and arts so I can further my career on television as a news reporter or a sports analyst on ESPN and etc. And I would like to say that I felt that throughout all my years of being a high school student, I felt that I've overcome the stereotypical thought from any high school student. And what I mean by that is you can ask any high school student. In high school, you always have the category. And what I mean by category is you'll have the kids who are the popular kids. You have the kids who are cool. And then you'll have kids who are, I guess, so-called nerds, and kids who like unique things that other people don't like. And my whole time being in high school, I've thought, why can't I be both? I like to wear things that are materialistic, as people like to suppose and think of. And I like to wear earrings. I like to wear things that people look at people a certain way. But that's just things that I like as a my personal preference. And a lot of people don't have the same mindset as I do that like to wear things like that. And I feel that my mindset is on the nerd side because I find education over everything. And I learned one thing from Malcolm X that he said, and education can take you farther than anything you will ever think of in life. And I find that to be 100% true. And a life lesson that I learned that I will be taking to college is that I learned from my mother, and I will never forget this. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. And that is 100% true. Because if I meet someone for the first time, that goes for my peers, that goes for my teachers, that goes for my coaches. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. So I would like my first impression to always be the best impression, so you know what type of person I am and how I carry myself and how my mindset is. It doesn't matter how someone says, let's start over. Just because you start over doesn't mean that you're actually starting over. They're always going to remember you as how they met you first. And that's how I look. And that is exactly what I'll be taking with me to college on whoever I meet and on my paths to success. So like I said, I would like to thank everyone. And I would also like to thank Ms. Lane for nominating me. She's been an outstanding teacher and motivator. And I would just like to share to kids around that you can be cool and smart at the same time. And it doesn't matter. And I carry myself like that even with basketball and even with golf. I think before I do things and think on what can the consequences be before I do it. And that's how I think. And I learned that from my parents on how they succeed in life, and I follow that. So thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kalantar is also one of Riley's teachers, and Mr. Kalantar coincidentally is our teacher of the month. And he offers Riley as an exemplary student, setting a high standard of goals for himself and achieving them to the fullest. Be it in the classroom or in one of his athletic endeavors, he not only helps his peers, but elevates them to be at the same level of mindset he applies for himself, desiring nothing but greatness. He knows that to get results he wants to achieve, takes hard work and time, which no one will ever hear complaints of him, as he knows and his achievements are directly from his effort. I'm happy to have him as part of the Patriot News team this year, as he will bring his passions to his work and will share it with the student body. And that was from Mr. Kalantar. So did Mr. or Mrs. McLean would like to offer anything this morning?
Okay, I've been volunteered the person to speak on behalf of Riley. I'm mom, Mrs. McLean. This is Dad. I'm not surprised. I was actually doing cartwheels and excited to hear about it, that he was nominated, which was fantastic. But one of the great things that I I want to incorporate into all three of the questions that he was proposed to speak on. I noticed that it's basically focused on future. And one of the unique things about Riley is I'll never forget, throughout his life, he's always talked about how he cannot wait to be successful so he can improve other people, so he can do for people. He can't wait to be able to make money so he could feed people and take care of people. And it's, you know, we look and press upon, wow, because children and kids that we raise, they're like plants. If you water them too much, they die. If you don't water them, they die. So it's a happy medium. So you have to learn how to allow them to grow. But this one is a plant that speaks. If I try to water him too much, he tells me, no, I've got this. In fact, almost everything he does, he doesn't want guidance. He'll come and ask to be watered a little bit. So we take pride, and he's number 4 out of 5. So he's almost the youngest, but he sees how others have learned lessons. He watches and learns lessons from others' mistakes. So success is not always about being great at everything. You often and more often learn from mistakes that are made. And I'm so glad that this young man sees other mistakes and makes decisions to move forward in life by learning from others' mistakes and doing things the right way, and knowing that you reap what you sow. So thinking about decisions you make, and we're just so proud that we can call him ours. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. McLean. We'd like to thank the Student of the Month program and all distinguished supporters, sponsors, and scholarship donors. I will now pass the virtual mic back to Ms. Sally Myers.
Thank you, everyone. I can't tell you what an amazing morning it has been hearing all of your stories. I've taken a lot of notes, and so it's just so exciting. And it's not always easy to share sometimes these personal things with just your family and the people that you know, but then to open up on Hollywood Squares and tell everybody is a big feat. So I just want to thank you for really blessing our day. I'd like to let you know that you're going to be getting a super huge bag full of gifts and goodies from our sponsors. And I just want to go and share with you real quickly some of the things you'll be receiving. You're going to get some gifts from Altura Credit Union, a notebook, and some other goodies. The City of Menifee has an awesome swag bag for you that Mayor Zimmerman shared with you. The City of Perris will also have a swag bag for you as well. You're going to get thank you notes from the school district, and they are donated by Creative Printing because you get to write thank you notes to all of our sponsors. And you're going to get a wonderful list of all the addresses so that there's no excuse. You will be writing thank you notes, and so that'll be exciting. Impact Church gives you an awesome Bible. Coca-Cola sponsors the bag and a few other goodies that they're going to give you. You're going to get to go out and dine at New York's Upper Crust Pizza and Whimsical Yogurt. Reflections Christian Fellowship has a Bible promise book for you from Pastor Don Mingberg. All of your schools are going to give you a special gift, so you'll have to wait and see what that is. That'll be exciting. My husband and I own and operate Sizzler restaurants, and we have the Sizzler in Perris and Marietta and Reno Valley around you, and Hemet, so you'll get to go dine at one of our restaurants. A friend of mine who owns the Temecula Olive Oil Company in Temecula has a gift certificate for you to go visit the Olive Oil Ranch. It's quite an exciting field trip. You're going to receive postage for your thank you notes from the Perris Union High School District. So you'll want to be sure that you take your thank you cards, give them to your school site principal, and they'll take care of sending those out for you. You're also going to go to enjoy some great food at Corner Bakery and Denny's Restaurant, Carl's Jr., Firehouse Subs, Jersey Mike's, Richie's Diner, owned by my mother, and Texas Roadhouse. So you might have to do a little bit of jogging around that track at your high school when you can get out, because you might need it with all of that wonderful food you're going to enjoy. Sarah, did you have any gift certificates you wanted to show off for us?
Yes, so far we have the certificate from the city of Perris, and they are slowly coming in. And we also have the certificates from the Chambers of Commerce. And as the gifts continue to come in, I will get those organized and will contact the students to coordinate pickup for them.
Okay, that is outstanding. I just saw Shelley Yarborough hop on. Shelley, I know you represent Riverside County Office of Education. Dr. Judy White, would you like to say just a couple of words, please?
Absolutely. Congratulations to all the students. We are so very proud of you. That to get to this point in your life, it's definitely a moment to shine. And as you move forward through further your education, you will find that the education that you receive will be the backbone for the rest of your life. So congratulations, and we're so very proud of you.
Thank you, Shelley. It's great to see you. You know, it's interesting because at the very end, when I close, I share some words from John Maxwell, and I selected the word character. And it was interesting because our teacher, Jose Rodriguez, talked about character component on our students. And I take some notes of some of the key words and phrases that are shared on each one of our students. And I want to just share a couple of character words for each of our students. And so Danielle, a couple of words for you was grateful, you persevere, and you're very disciplined. So Danielle, we just appreciate you and know that you are going to do an amazing strides with your senior year and what you plan on doing with your future. So congratulations to you. We appreciate you very much. And with Guadalupe, some of the words that we heard from you: servant leader, and that you have a quest for excellence. And when you talked about your contribution, you talked about your dedication and how you like to share time and your talents with others. So thank you for striving for excellence, Guadalupe. We appreciate you very much. And Valeria, just very excited to hear your story. And some of the words that I enjoyed about you is that you are a true leader, and you just don't follow to follow, but you do what is right. You're unstoppable, and you value relationships, and you definitely are a very, very humble young lady. So thank you for sharing your story with us, and congratulations. Riley, we appreciate you, and I got a kick out of your mom saying that she did cartwheels, and I wrote down the word enthusiastic about you, and now I know why. Your mom's out there doing cartwheels every day. So I'd be enthusiastic too. And what I loved about you when you first came on and you talked about first impression, and you said that your first impression must be the best, and I did get a great first impression of you. And so thank you. You are a joyful young man, and I know you're going to do great at being an awesome news reporter. And so thank you very much. And I appreciate you sharing your faith in God, because that is the true core. So thank you for that. And for all of our students, we just value you so much. And I do have a little book from John Maxwell. It's kind of hard to see it with my back screen here, but it is on character. And this is what John Maxwell has to say. Adversity is a crossroads that makes a person choose one of two paths: character or compromise. Every time he chooses character, he becomes stronger, even if that choice is not always popular. I like that so much, because each one of you demonstrated character today. You demonstrated strength. You demonstrated courage, and you showed that you are never going to give up, and you're going to continue to persevere no matter what challenges come your way, and you are making a positive impact with others around you, and we appreciate that very, very much. So Sarah, unless there's someone I neglected or forgot to introduce, or a special message that you or Grant would like to share, just let me know before we conclude.
I don't have anything on my end.
Grant?
Just again, I'd just like to reiterate how proud we are of these students, what they're doing under these trying times, and still making that positive impact on their school. And again, thank you and all the sponsors for supporting this program, Sally.
Well, thank you very much. God bless all of you. I know that this has been recorded on Zoom, and so through the generosity of the Perris Union High School District, they will make sure that this gets out to all of you so that you can share it with the rest of your family and friends. To all of our sponsors, we truly appreciate you. We know that it's sometimes tough to continue supporting nonprofit organizations during challenging times, but you have done so in mighty and amazing ways, and we truly value and appreciate you. So may God richly bless each one of you today. Thank you, and our program is now concluded. Thank you.